Okay, let's draft. We had good decks yesterday, but we just haven't won a lot. So need to change that. Oh, that card is sick. The rare is really good. It's card selection. And then you can do it again. Removal or this green card is also kinda dope. Wins the game. Late. It doesn't even need to be that late. You can even curve out into it. What's the general play draw win percentage? I don't know, it's hard to tell. I know in Arena the skill edges in Constructed are insane. For instance, my standard win ratio was with one deck. I guess like this season was probably around 80%, but with Izzet Prowess it was like 90%. And then in Brawl, 75%. Maybe I was 10th or 9th. So imagine how insane of a win ratio number one has. It's crazy. Like the streaks in Constructed cannot be replicated in Limited. The number one has like 90% win ratio. It's crazy. Card is just super good, and we could stay in blue, but we could take one of the black cards. Like these removals are great. I didn't like that card at all. Angler is a good common. Strangle is really, really strong. I'm just gonna take the uncommon. You discard the memory deluge and then just flash it back. It's also value. Because sometimes 4 mana is a lot. You need to catch back. One of the best white commons. If not the best white common. But I think these win percentages in Constructed are only possible in Arena because even if the rank system is there, most of the times if you're top 10, you're still gonna get paired versus somebody that's from 500 to 1000, and the skill edge there is insane. I mean, we could do that. Crasher is one of my favorite things to do, but we could just stay blue. This is my favorite deck in the format. I'm too biased is my problem in this set. This card is okay-ish. Doesn't fit this deck. For me, it's between take the blue card, Crasher, or the Beast thing. I don't know, I guess. This doesn't go into blue-red at all, though. Okay, this is great. The flip the switch is great. Eaten alive. But we're not sure we're in black. And Revenge is, I think it has a higher win ratio than Eaten alive either way. Funny enough, is Silver Bolt is actually a really good removal in this format. Probably blue, blue-based, like blue-black decks especially don't need it, but other colors, you're fine playing it. Okay, I guess we are black. Evolving Wilds here. This Forager is actually really strong, but we're too expensive. And taking that, I kind of decided to not go red because Carriage just doesn't fit red decks. It's too expensive. You want all spells at the top end. But this one drop is great. 3 mana transforms into 4. You usually sack a zombie, or there's some other sack pieces and draws a card. It's just value. Love a bounce spell. The rest I think is actually playable in this format. Like a one-off. Commando is a card. Okay, we're eating pretty well here. Late Olivia's Midnight Ambush. Opponent triggers the night for you. If they have werewolves. What? Late for the Horde. And Crawl is a serviceable value card. Okay, that's a playable. Sentry was actually really strong in Celestia. Ooh, nice Angler. I usually don't like to play this in any deck unless you draft a Vampire deck, which is not that great in this format. Sure. Playable. Playable. Pretty good pack. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm happy playing all of them. 11 playables. So the Fenestrate, but I didn't expect the Fenestrate to wheel. This card is also playable, but probably don't need to. Ooh, another bomb. Whenever this creature enters or attack, put a slime counter in it. Non-horror creature with slime counters on them lose all abilities and have base power and toughness 2/2. So you can put them on your zombies and make them not sackable. It's actually debatable which one is better. There's a horde, but yeah, this is sort of removal, but sometimes it just Like creatures are pretty small, and the good decks creatures are not that big. So it's actually debatable what's better here. And even the but I'm gonna take the rare, even the counter spell. But could be that horde is just stronger. Okay, taking Eaten Alive now because it just deals with anything. This card is didn't play out well, even though it reads pretty well, but it's just slow. That one mana is really taxing. I would either of these two, but since we have Olivia's Midnight Ambush already, just take the Eaten Alive. Okay, we get that anyhow. The issue is we're a little bit expensive, so just gonna go with Larder Zombie. This card is really, really strong. It just lets you do something with the zombies. Zambinos. Land over crawl. I just think consistency here because we're gonna get enough playables. That's really late. This card is great. Was constructed playable for a while. Late Stinger, but red wasn't really there, so I will play this card if I get more. I don't know. It could be okay-ish. If we get more random, with these, it's pretty good usually. Or it's not bad with Angler because the flyer then can block their flyer and you give it that touch. Or even the first part with that touch, I love a Fading Hope. One of the best constructed interaction at that time. This is good as well. Flip the switch, pretty premium, counter spell. Okay, green is there, but what can you do? Mentor is really hard to beat without removal. And it has 4 toughness. Just take the value card. I wouldn't mind some more stuff early. We're pretty weak to a Festival Crasher deck. Nah, Behemoth is whatever. We don't have space for more 5 drops. And if something, I want another Horde. You cannot play too many 5 drops in Limited without ramp. We're a little bit too derply for my taste. We need more stuff here. More larder zombies, more anglers, but we have a pack to go. So we need to prioritize 2 drops. Okay, easy the fenestrate. Also, we go a little bit cheaper with that because my concern is that we have everything here on 4 plus mana. And even Crawl is not an early game card. And Eaten Alive is hard sometimes to use on turn 2. Potentially Geist Wave could go. And I'm not could play Crawl. It's a okay card. It's a good card, but we have so many value cards that we might not need to. And don't have that many zombies. No, nothing. Take up Pseudo too. We do have some spirits to discard. So it's not even that bad in this deck. Obviously, this blue-white card. Pretty insane. 2-1 and a 3-1 from the graveyard. Now we have some reasons to play the Sifters. They're way better in blue-white, but we have Flashback, we have Spirits as well. If you make it a 2-3 on 2, it's just a good card. I mean, I don't know. I'm not playing other cards. I could take rare for the collection because this is another thing that I don't think we need. Sometimes good. Red it just wasn't there. It's a combination now of people not knowing because there's too many new players. It's way easier to draft a Festival Crasher deck when everybody's on a blue-black train. Now it's pretty easy to get a blue-black together. Oh wow, this pack. This card is good, but it's expensive. I do want the Infernal Grasp as well. I mean, I would take that in vacuum, but it's weak to bounce spells, I guess. Yeah, I think it's responsible to take Grasp. This is a mind control, though. You sack a zombie. Okay. Can be clunky sometimes. Nice. This is just okay. I think Angler is just better in vacuum, even. Do we need another Eaten Alive? I don't think we need another Eaten Alive. What is this? 21 card. I could take the second Evolving Wild. Consider to some degree, but doesn't do that much. I mean, you can randomly mill a value card. Just take Evolving Wilds. Seed Zombie over flip the switch. We have one flip the switch. Well, now we don't need a third evolving waltz. We have this already. I'll take flip. This is the deck. Have that already. No, I also slept in the middle. It's gonna be a shorter stream today. I just woke up early and didn't have any real plans. So here we are, and I like the set. Maybe I'll play the tome. I don't know, because we're not lacking value, but now we have the early game. Geist Wave or Crawl, I guess, could be somewhat decent, but we don't have many zombies even. This is also fine. Have eaten a Life and Awakener, so Occultist is not that bad. Another card we don't need though. I kinda wish I took another Horde over this rare. I think it would fit better. But other than that, the deck looks great. The Behemoth, come on, stop with Behemoth. Behemoth is kinda medium to bad in this format. It's good versus some decks though. There's just so many good 5 drops that Behemoth is kinda not a priority. Had more zombies, the crawl gets more interesting. I mean, I do have larder zombie, this, and that, but none of the flyers. And this card is not bad at all. But we're not the best at dealing damage, so this will often be... I think this will too often be, besides the siege zombie, it will too often be just a 4-2. I don't think we're that good at dealing damage. Because we don't have flyers, certainly. So for me, it's between crawl and tome. Maybe it's crawl. Because we're maybe lacking win cons. Oh, is nobody playing this format? We got paired versus a gold player. Not a gold, a bronze player. Keep. And play 2 spells out. It's probably just a second account because everybody's tanking last day. Yeah, the entry price is the same. It's a premier draft price structure or the entry price. Okay. 5 mana transforms into a 5/6. I'm gonna pass here because I want to use my mana and get a 2/2 so we can surveil. Oh, I do like the format quite a lot. I mean, depends what you prefer in Magic. I think this was a good set. Like, for that time, way deeper in gameplay than other stuff. And had decent archetypes. I mean, black commons were pretty pushed, especially blue commons, but it kind of self-corrected. And then you could draft Celestia, you could draft the red spells decks. Blue green was interesting. In real life, yeah, Night Day was pain there, but I didn't play the set in real life. It was during COVID, I think, or at the beginning of the COVID. But it's not even like the new Night Day is not that bad. Like the old school one was even harder to keep track because it was separate for both players. But I think the mechanic adds strategical elements, so it's not, for me. It's actually a pretty good addition. The opponent is gone. They fell asleep. I suck so bad in Omniscience that I'm a percentage gamer now. Crazy. I don't know what I was doing wrong in Omniscience. play you because we can trade you. Yeah, it wasn't that because it wasn't that easy to just win on turn one in Avatar. There weren't like win conditions like that. I mean, it's obvious, but like adding a 2/2 here doesn't add that much. I don't know. I'll just do it. Okay. There's an argument to play zombies just so we have this up. Makes it bigger. Get that back. I don't know. Because it doesn't make that. I mean, it's more obvious that we have that, but whatever. Fine. Okay, I'll get the zombie back. That's bad for us. How are we drawing so bad? Something to play is good. Oh, they pass, they draw 2 cards. Daisy, what's up? What's up? We're drafting Midnight Hunt. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. They will get to double spell, which means they flip one. But sure. Oh, now we can counter the other one. Wow. Wow. That just works. Just like that. I thought we were losing this game. Okay, you're fine. So that would give us 4 mana then. Play the angler out. Or I could go this. No, that's better. Make this a 3-3 next turn. Huh? I'm just gonna counter it. This doesn't do that much now. Plus we can make it a 2-2. Okay. No, this is Premier Draft. Sure, use that. We take a lot. Okay. Oh, this card is so busted. Consuming blue creates a token of itself and then... Right? And then they just copy themselves. This gets out of hand so quick. Such a busted card. Should be a 2-2. Let's see what we get. Oh no, we can also attack. So I can swing all, right? This becomes a 2-2. Unless they have removal for the monster, that gets awkward. You need to full control. It's awkward. If you want to sack after the damage. Wait, what? Why? Oh, it's a horror! Oh my freaking god! I missed that. Okay, that's so niche. Oh, that's bad for us. Yeah, that's bad. That's true. I mean, if they didn't have that, it wouldn't even be that bad of an attack. Fine, we can get it back though. Can I get a bounce spell or something? This will die, but it's a freaking horror. Okay, how did I well, I missed it. If you miss it, you miss it. Just gonna go here. If you miss it, you miss it. It's not that old. It's 2019, 20, I don't know. 2019, I think. Maybe 20. It was during COVID or at the beginning of the COVID it got released. What did they get? You could try to double block if they have nothing, but I wanna chum the 8-8. Have lethal next turn. To be fair, if this lives, we're gonna win, so it might be better to play it out. 2021, okay. I think in hindsight, I like Crimson Wall a little bit more, but back then, I enjoyed the set because, I mean, the Festival Crasher thing was kind of innovative from my perspective. Those sort of decks. But now, when you flashback draft it, it's way harder to draft those decks because that was a consequence of meta. Blue-black being completely cut at one point. Now you just kind of draft the blue decks because people don't know. Non-horror. What a scam was that? Crazy. Now we know. That's why Diagraph Horde is better than this card. This hand is really weak to any aggro, but that might not be aggro. Yeah. These became too obvious at one point. I think they were way better at the beginning of the set. Flip the switches. Need to be efficient. Sure. Combo. I'm not sacking it. That's value. If you come in and say Festival Crasher deck was so good, then you get respect. Dimir is the normie take. Dimir is the obvious take. Be right back. Oh, I'm messing with you. When we have a counter spell, we can cook here. Are you a horror? No. If I mess that up again. Counter? Sure. They don't go to the yard. F6. That one is easier on the mana. Well, no, it doesn't matter that much. I don't know. Like I wanted to do this, make this a 2-2, but it kinda doesn't matter. That's fine. Man, this monster cooked here. It's good when you have some zombies so you can make your creatures 2-2s. It's getting so sunny today inside. I need to go out. Inside, outside. It's inside sunny now because I'm looking at the sun through the window. But it's one of the rare days that we actually get some sun. Winter is pretty rough here where I live. Well, rough. It's just I live in like my like it's a wall surrounded by mountains. So during the winter there is like foggy all the time. No, Slovenia. Croatia has better weather than Slovenia does. Slovenia has more mountainy terrain. No, you don't need to be sorry. I'm not offended. And we have Luca, yeah. Luca is American now. Sort of. That's what I want to do in this format. So this, I want the 5th land drop here, but also want to do something next turn. Funny enough is this often doesn't do much versus these decks, but depends what build they have. If they have like a normal vampire build, this is still good. Whereas Festival Crasher, Alchemist and stuff, this does nothing. Well, okay. I found like red had really good matchup. Like red spells deck had really good matchup versus blue black. Because your creatures kind of didn't match the 3 toughness. Like Festival Crasher, this. And then Vitality was so insane. The +3/+1 trick. And every removal, like this didn't trade with it if there was no werewolf. Or if there was no Night Day. And the Fenris trade was 1 mana too expensive. But okay, they play something weird. So this is not like, I don't think they have, they have a vampire build, which is probably okay for, like that's better for us. Way, way better. Now we can go aggro. I'm gonna still play that. Because we're not sure we're getting anything here. Thank you for resubscribing, Illinox. Appreciate it. That was the issue with this card. This 1 mana really added up. You couldn't usually do it early in the game. But it sometimes was a decent late game card. And then the 1 damage kinda set you behind, but yeah. Because the card reads really well, but when you play with it, it's slow. But it needs 3 or more, so next turn it would transform. Ooh, I love that card. But it really doesn't look they have many spells. Okay, so we get to do stuff. I don't think we care. I mean, why I should maybe care is because this can attack through it. But what I can do is, I don't know. It's like this won't really flip now. But this is a 4/4. This is what we want to bounce. I'll just pass. I mean, it would free up this attack, I guess. No, I'll do it. I don't know. It frees up these 2 attacks, kinda. Because they're pretty low. It's not that the card is a threat. It's not really a threat now with 3 cards in hand, but yeah. Could be in the future. This combo is pretty nasty. Yeah, those are cards. And they flip that even. Don't flip it. That's pretty insane. That's really insane. Are we still aggro? It's just haste either way. Okay. I don't know. Guess the cheaper card in case they have a reanimation, because like they can get the instants back, but they have. Or like I could exile both instants, but I don't know. They could have crawl. There's the elementalist, but I don't mind if they play elementalist here. It's pretty good for us if that's their only play, even if they get spells back. Okay, okay. Well, they will hit for some damage. They have to be careful because they're really low. So I think they only attack with a flyer here. Close game. So deal with that. Attack everything. 5. One dice. Two. Let's say they block these two for value. Chum that they go to 1. Hmm. This is only attack with these 3. I have 1 blocker here, but I have to block 1. So they're gonna chump. And then we deal with one of these. There's an argument to... No, whatever. To leave that back. But if they block with a big creature, we deal with everything that's relevant, so... They're on top deck. Hmm. That's safer. Nine. So we're at 7, 8, 7, and 6. They're at 1. Blue had so many 2-for-1s, it's crazy at common. All these, I mean, we don't... Some are uncommons, but all these anglers... Like all these undisturbed cards, and then you got these... Like, at one point, the zombies turned into cards. I don't know, like 2, I guess 2 zombies usually equals a card because of all the synergy. I think the concept of these random decayed zombies was a little bit pushed in this set. Could have been like moved up a rarity on some cards. Because the problem is not only blue and black got that mechanic. Sometimes you want to wait, but we don't have the second black, so it's hard to wait with the Awakener. Have that. Or consider. It's fine. This card was so oppressive in standard back then. I think at one point the blue-red deck just played 4 of these. Because there was... I remember green couldn't play Ren, which was a decent planeswalker. Mono green couldn't play Ren because this dealt with a token for 1 mana from Ren. It's kind of crazy. I guess we just play... These two first. What are we listening to? Sort of annoying. It's Strokes. What? I love Strokes, but this song didn't wipe with me. I don't think we need a scry because we have this card. I don't know. I'm just gonna ping. Go for value actually. No on the second black either way. Yeah, this was like no, it wasn't the OG horror set. It was the first Innistrad was the OG horror set, but this had the OG team kinda. The Duskmourn is the new age team. I'm gonna go for damage. I don't think I'm getting every sub notification. Somebody just subscribed the the OBS, like kind of had a message on, but I didn't get it. Like the notification didn't go on. So whoever you are, an anonymous, thank you. Maybe that's a thing now. Maybe people can choose that it's anonymous when they subscribe. Wait, I'm not doing that one. Damage. I guess like I could have larder zombie into that potential, but we can always just sack and get stuff back. No, this is not a breakfast demon. The next set is breakfast demon set, which was only the second best card in the set, or the third best card. Wedding announcement. I'm not sure if wedding announcement was higher. Halana was higher. I think. I might want to do this now because they can respond with like -2, -2. This really doesn't do much. Yeah, but I don't. I mean, the edges didn't come from bombs, I think, still in Crimson Wall. Crimson Wall was quite complex because the mechanics were so good, like blood tokens and all. Crimson, in my opinion, was a really underrated set. People just focus on the bomb aspect of the set. too much, but it wasn't really like that. I mean, it was there were insane bombs, but every like it's weird. You could answer them actually. I mean, you could. Some you couldn't, but there were counter spells and stuff. Omar Jara, yeah, thank you. I don't know why there was no notification. I don't get that. Because it sometimes happens, but it did notify for Lily Nooks earlier. But thank you so much. Hope you're not mad at not being highlighted. But I don't know what's with the notification. There were specific decks that didn't want to play Breakfast Demon, Tautist. It's funny, but if you got it, you usually build it so you could play it. But I had this example. I had like a double enchantment that makes 2/2 tokens, and the idea is the blood tokens got better if you didn't need like 6 and 7 mana cost. If that makes sense. So you kind of wanted always to discard. It's a funny concept, but it was like I think it was correct to not pick it at that point, even though I was in black red. But this was already having a deck set up for the double enchantment that makes 2/2s whenever you discard. That was like so specific, but it was funny because I think it was like deck building wise, it was correct, and I think I took something really powerful either way over that. It's different if the card because there was ways to reanimate it in that deck. Like there was like a 5 mana reanimation thing, so you could discard it even and stuff. But I think I needed the removal, and I took a braid over it. Such a specific case. It was like booster 3, and my deck didn't want to go past 5th land drop. You might have Massacre here. No? You just wanted a flyer to block? You don't need to attack, really. And Surveil is fine, but I have a lot to do with the man. I'm just gonna ping. Bro, you need to start surveilling now. I'm gonna bounce that. Okay. What's K? Yeah, well, now if this is unchecked, I don't think we surveil. If this is if dice or if they play a flyer, we want to surveil. Because we can loot. Like looting is similar to surveilling either way. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I think we just ping. Not using that. Could use this. But what we would get the only have Angler. Angler is kind of better in the yard either way. So maybe we don't play a land out. I think it's Angler over expensive. I could get that though. No, whatever. Just wanna do more things. More things and stuff. 2-5, so I guess we keep it. I think I'll block even if they get the flyer. They're so freaking low. But I don't want to give them a trigger for this sort of ability. It's fine. I can go here. Still don't have a creature. No, we have a creature. Okay, that's good. Perfect mana. See, we needed the 7th land. But our deck is quite expensive. I mean, we have a lot to do. So it's not that obvious to just survey the lands away early. That's why I like the pings. And you kind of want to assume you need 7 mana if you have a 7 mana flashback spell either way. At one point. All these effects like Blood Token, Surveil, Scry, they get so much better if your deck is cheaper. Because then you know for the future draws that you can loot lands away. It's different when you have a 7 mana card, you kind of need a 7 land at one point, so it's counterintuitive to surveil the lands away. But if you have a cheaper deck, you just see a land, you have 5 lands in play, you always surveil it away. This was the good concept of the deck building part of Crimson War was so good because of the blood tokens. You had to really think about when do blood tokens transfer into value, right? They don't transfer into value if you loot the lands away and then you need the lands to cast your 7-drop. They transfer into value way earlier if you have a cheaper deck. It was, but that didn't take away from the gameplay, I think. Because bombs were available to everybody, right? They go both ways, but the edges came from understanding the concept of the mechanics. And I think the mechanics in Crimson War were insanely deep. Like blood tokens, when I'm so excited when they're gonna come back and maybe get implemented in I don't know, like nowadays they make pretty bomby sets, so who knows? But it would be sick if they were implemented in a like Edge of Eternity style of a set. Avatar is different a little bit because Avatar is bomby, but it also doesn't have any complexity to archetypes, and the mechanics are somewhat alright. They are a little bit attack matter though, because bounce benefits aggressor more, and firebending benefits aggressor. But Avatar is more of a good stuffy set. Crimson Wall was slightly more Crimson Wall was pretty synergistic. It had like actual archetypes, like Black Red kind of discarded blood, Vampire team, Life Gain team, Spirits team. Werewolves were also great in. Oh, I kinda need a blocker, huh? Wish we got these in reverse order. Can take one and then counter the next thing to maybe get a spirit. I don't know. But this holds both back. I mean, that trade is not bad. I'm gonna pass. OP Meme, thank you so much for your subscription. Appreciate it. Although passing next turn would also be okay-ish. Phew, that card. I mean, we don't completely deal with it, but okay. Gotta counter it now. I lost to this card so many times, and it's kind of random. It's good. It's good, but it's not always insane. I'm gonna. Depends what we get. I think I want to play it out. Yeah, we can bounce. So in this case, it wasn't actually great for them. It's one, right? Worth one. It actually taxes their mana if they only have one white. Go aggro now. That's... Yeah, that's pretty sick, Oppo. Not gonna lie. Okay, let's see what we get. I don't want to give them loots. I think I want to attack. Okay, stop. Oh, come on. Stop nicing. Yeah, I just want to go in now because this will outgrow them. Black 2 mana card that makes zombies every upkeep. What's that card? I don't know which card you mean. What's the best way to improve in constructed? Mm, play it a lot. You mean like improving your collection in gen, or just gameplay? In gameplay, you want to first try different play styles, so try different decks. You can net deck, obviously, but then also fine-tuning according to metas. Preparing for a tournament, that's a huge skill, because what I've seen, a lot of people just don't know how to prepare for a tournament. And that's different than just playing Arena, because Arena, you want to kind of prepare for a certain method, so you want to have a prediction what's going to be there on a tournament, what's going to be the best deck, what's the best to best deck. I mean, how are you going to tackle basically the most represented deck, and you want to make that guess, or the guess, you want to predict correctly what's going to be the most play deck and how you're gonna tackle it. Are you gonna play it, fine tune it to beat the mirror, or are you gonna play the deck that beats the deck? Gameplay. But if it's only arena, in arena you kind of just want to experiment. The meta is a little bit people are doing all sort of stuff, so there is no thing like a tournament meta in arena. There is like a leaderboard meta, I guess, but it's pretty diverse. It's actually really good to bounce it here, straight up. Because it's a 1-1. When are they flipping the thing? Probably should just swing all. Well, when I'm talking, I'm sometimes just forget to play. That's why I'm. That's why it looks like I'm roping. But I'm trying to get my thoughts in words, so it's hard. I'm not good at multitasking. Tricks for drafting. I think, like, in general, improving your gameplay, review your own stuff. Like, don't just go in hindsight, review your games on 17 lands or on Untapped. I think that is huge. And then if you have somebody else reviewing your games is also really helpful. Should I play that first? That was just bad. Okay. I want to trade because these flipping is they're out. And then they don't flip if they have a bunch of 1-1s. Streamers usually rope. Oh my god. You guys got hostile today. You guys took it personally. Streamers versus the word. It's my time. I'm gonna do it my time, whatever I want to. Don't tell me what to do at my time. With my rope. Drafting is two things. Well, you wanna meditate on how are you gonna improve in the draft portion, how you're gonna deck build better, how you're gonna evaluate cards better. I guess the order is a little bit different. Evaluating cards is first. Everything comes in drafting from evaluating cards, because if you know what's good, you can recognize what good cards get passed, and that's literally reading a signal, right? Then you wanna meditate on how you approach drafting, right? When do you lock into a deck? So you read signals till one point, position yourself, and deck build from there. And then optimizing bad cards according to what is in your deck, that is deck building. So you want to kind of deck build while you're drafting. You want to kind of have a vision of where you lead your deck. Those are like kind of areas to improve during the draft. Maybe there's something else. Okay, there could be, but that's like more advanced, like tackling the meta. For instance, most people prioritize certain archetypes or certain colors. You could go with avoiding that, because more likely you end up in the colors that are not that popular. But you need to know what you're doing there. You need to know how to make a good deck out of the bad colors, quote unquote, or not even bad colors, sometimes just underdrafted colors or misunderstood colors. But that's advanced concept. I think you want to focus on card evaluation first, reading signals, and deck building. Those three things. That's the draft portion. The gameplay is more complex. You want to recognize the tempo, the efficiency, the card, like the plan of the game, where you lead your game. Like, is it like card advantage? Is it like do you need to finish the game before the card advantage matters? Stuff like that, and then play into those trends. But the gameplay concept, I think you just need mileage in and be really aware of your mistakes. And sometimes it's hard because it's hard to recognize the mistakes. Sometimes you don't know you're doing something wrong. That's why like evaluating your gameplay in hindsight helps, and having another mind with you sometimes, like a friend of that they can be better. It's better if they're better, right? Like, because they're gonna give you more insight, but they could also just have they could be on the same level as you, but have a different aspect of gameplay, kind of developed more, and they unlock the layers that you don't see. But also, often, just if you take more time to look into the complex scenarios, the turns that you didn't you were lost in a game, you just can't dissect them on your own as well. So this is because you have more time, right? This is the hard part solo a ghost. Like, if you have any other person that you could talk with about your gameplay and about the drafts, like, that helps a lot. No creatures. By the way, we're 6-0. I'm yapping and we're 6-0. Yeah, I think this is a keep. Just play control. Just play control. Double counter spell, and we have a removal here. I'm gonna take 2, we take 4. But I want to deal with a 33 drop. Well, that's awkward. We're gonna still deal with that, but that is awkward. Might lose to like just damage input, because Infernal Grasp is not the best answer here. We can sack the zombie and counter another thing next turn, so it's not that bad. Yeah, Falcon was really good. One of the blue had so many good commons. It's crazy. It's hard to say which is the best one. Yeah, whatever. Just because we need a dude. We need the dude. Might be correct. They're missing land drops. I think this is correct. We're so far ahead. Don't want to take any damage because we have nothing to do next turn. I mean, we want to do this next turn if we don't get a land. That's the idea. It's fine if they counter it, I think. It's not fine if they have the exile counter, though. That would be bad. The other counter is fine. Oh, they do have the exile counter. What a scam. Okay, we got scammed there. Should have done it in my turn. But okay. And this is not a real play next turn, is it? Like, yeah, they can play that if they have nothing else, but it's pretty good for us if they just do that, even if we could exile it. It's fine. That is fine. Could do it here. I could do it on one of these. Three, four, nine. Probably here. Hurrah, thank you, thank you. It's a random playlist, but it comes from... It generates it from my taste of music, so... Okay, 7-0. Blue-black. This deck was stacked, though. This deck was packed. Even though yesterday we had a nice blue-black, but they only went 3-3. Yesterday I had a Meat Hook Massacre in a blue-black. But this still had more value. It was more better value deck. Okay, we're doing one more today. Curve was also insanely cheap. Because I have figured out if you play too many of the 3-mana 2/2s, they don't block well and then you fall behind. I think you need stuff here. There's so many good 3-drops in blue, like Flip the Switch, the Falcon, the Fenestrate is a 3-drop. So you have a lot to do in 3, but If you fall behind, everything feels like all the tokens and everything, like the decayed zombies feel bad. I think the lesson there is just go cheaper. Funny is, that's maybe the lesson overall in limited. Like, if you think you're cheap enough, you're probably not cheap enough. You need to be a little bit cheaper, even in control decks, even in grindy decks. You just need to make sure you you prioritize the quality 2 drops, not the bad 2 drops. I need a coffee before we start a new one.